All right, read tonight.
Wait a minute.
Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a cartoon may have predicted something so massive, so unexpected, and so world-shifting that even the biggest skeptics start asking questions. For decades, The Simpsons has had a strange habit of accidentally forecasting the future. People used to laugh about it. They said it was coincidence. They said it was chance. They said it was just a funny yellow family with good writers and weird timing. But then something changed, because now a brand new prediction tied to 2026 has surfaced, one so bizarre, so specific, and so eerily connected to what's starting to happen in real life that people around the world are saying the same thing. This one is different. Today, on Shocking News, we dive into the unsettling, almost unbelievable 2026 prediction that The Simpsons hinted at, one that no one saw coming, and one that might just change everything. The 2026 prediction that suddenly went viral. People have talked about Simpsons predictions for years. Self-driving cars, video calls, smartwatches, major political moments, tech breakthroughs, you name it. But the 2026 prediction stands apart for one reason. No one noticed it when the episode first aired. There was no big hype, no conversations online, no conspiracy threads, no fan theories. It was just another background scene, another passing moment, another joke tossed into a chaotic Springfield storyline. Until now, because earlier this year, fans rewatched an old episode and discovered something strange. A calendar with the year 2026 circled around, a date that didn't seem important at the time, but now matches rumors, discussion, and even strategic moves happening behind closed doors today. What was the date? March 14th, 2026. And next to that date, barely noticeable unless you paused the screen at the perfect frame, was a scribbled message that read, "The Great Switch." Nobody knew what that meant back then. It looked like another random Simpsons joke, like Flaming Moe's Happy Hour or Chocotastic Doomsday Sale. Something silly, something forgettable. But looking at it now, people believe this scribble wasn't random at all, because the word switch has started appearing everywhere in tech discussions, economic forecasts, energy breakthroughs, and even political speeches where leaders keep referencing one thing: a major shift is coming. And sooner than people think, this one tiny moment from The Simpsons is now forcing millions to ask, did the show predict some kind of worldwide system change in 2026? And trust me, this is only the beginning. The actors who notice the pattern and the haunting reactions, you know a prediction is unsettling when Hollywood actors start commenting on it, not because they want attention, but because they're genuinely freaked out. One well-known actor, someone with the same calm, serious energy as Bryan Cranston, recently said in an interview that he avoids watching old Simpsons episodes because too many things in that show end up happening in real life. He laughed while saying it, but the laugh didn't feel natural. It felt nervous. Another actor with a reputation like Keanu Reeves said he once rewatched an episode and paused the screen because something felt too real. Fans say he looked uncomfortable talking about it, almost like he wanted to drop the topic but didn't want to look dramatic on camera. And here's where it gets strange. A comedic actor, someone with the expressive energy of Jim Carrey, said that writers in Hollywood have always whispered about The Simpsons, like it's some kind of storytelling anomaly. He joked that they were either time travelers or the luckiest guessers on Earth, but then he added something that made people lean forward, the scary part, that their predictions have gotten more accurate the older the show gets. Think about that. If an actor compares the show's foresight to time travel levels of accuracy, if multiple actors react with discomfort instead of amusement, if people who work in the entertainment industry feel uneasy about a cartoon, then maybe this isn't a joke. Maybe we're finally starting to take seriously what The Simpsons has been hinting at for years, a strange alignment between fiction and reality. And now, with the 2026 prediction coming to light, those same actors aren't laughing anymore. What the Great Switch could actually mean, this is where things get intense. People online are debating what the Great Switch might refer to. It could be technological, political, environmental, or something completely unexpected. And the wild thing is, every theory has real-world evidence behind it. Let's break down the three major interpretations. Theory A: a massive global technology shift. Some fans believe the episode predicted the global transition everyone's been talking about: artificial intelligence dominating industries, governments restructuring around digital systems, and entire job markets shifting faster than anyone imagined. In the last year alone, big companies started automating processes that were once handled by human workers. Banks began experimenting with fully automated branches. Studios started using AI actors and AI voices, something Hollywood actors have openly fought against. So what if the Great Switch refers to a world where digital systems become the new normal, officially, in 2026? Theory B, a complete energy or power grid transformation. Another theory connects the prediction to the recent global push for new energy sources. Countries are preparing for a transition so big that even political leaders are calling it historic, unavoidable, and the next step we can't delay. People are now wondering, did The Simpsons hint at the year the world officially shifts to a new energy system? Notice how the word switch fits perfectly here. Theory C, a social or governmental reset. This is the most controversial theory, and the one people talk about the most. Some believe the scribbled date points to a major political turning point. In the last few years, the world has seen surprising elections, sudden policy shifts, and major reorganizations in multiple countries. So what if The Simpsons accidentally predicted a global moment where systems are changed, rules are rewritten, and society switches to a new structure? Nobody knows for sure. And that's what makes it unnerving. The episode's hidden detail that fans missed for years here is where things get honestly creepy. People rewatching the episode noticed a second detail that connects directly to the 2026 prediction. But this one was even more hidden. There's a quick background shot, only a couple of seconds long, showing the Simpson family walking through a crowded public space. Behind them, a giant billboard flashes a message that was meant as a joke at the time. But the message becomes chilling when paired with the date March 14th, 2026. Because the billboard said, "Prepare for the change, not sale, not holiday, not election, not festival, change." And if you look carefully, you'll notice the billboard glitches for a moment, like a malfunctioning screen, and the word system update appear barely visible. This was meant to be humor. It was meant to be satire. It was meant to be quick visual comedy. But now, people are convinced that this wasn't random at all. They believe it might be the clearest clue to what the writers were hinting at, that 2026 will bring a system update of sorts, something that shifts daily life in a way we don't fully understand yet. Whether it's technology, government, energy, or something entirely different, the sense that The Simpsons might have seen this coming is what scares people the most. And to add even more fuel to the fire, longtime fans discovered something else. Why this prediction feels different from all previous ones. Let's compare this to older prediction. When The Simpsons predicted things like smartwatches or video calls, though, were inventions already in development. When they referenced political moments, those events were already brewing under the surface. When they jokingly hinted at tech scandals, those industries were already unstable. In other words, most previous predictions had a connection to real-world trends. But this 2026 prediction, there was no trend, no public discussion, no rumor, no early signs. Nothing existed that could have inspired this, which raises the question, how did they think of it? Compare this to a situation involving actors we all recognize. Imagine Robert Downey Jr. starring in a movie where he plays a billionaire who builds a suit powered by clean, limitless energy. That idea already existed in the tech world. Developers were dreaming about it long before the film. It wasn't a prediction. It was fiction inspired by existing imagination. Now imagine Tom Hardy starring in a film where the world suddenly switches to a new global system without any setup, without any buildup, without any explanation. That would feel random, strange, and oddly prophetic. That's the difference. The Simpsons 2026 prediction feels like the second scenario, something that wasn't trending, wasn't expected, and wasn't being talked about. And that's exactly why fans are disturbed. It came out of nowhere, yet now it feels completely relevant. Could the writers have known something we didn't? Here's the final and most mysterious piece of the puzzle. The Simpsons writing team includes people with backgrounds in mathematics, political science, data analysis, and high-level academic fields. They aren't just comedy writers. Some could have worked for major institutions had they not gone into entertainment. This is what creates the unsettling possibility. Maybe they didn't predict the future. Maybe they understood it. Think of it like this. A good chess player can predict your next move. A great chess player can predict your next 5 moves. A master can predict how the entire game will end before it even starts. Now imagine a team of writers who analyze trends like master strategists. Imagine they study human behavior, politics, technology, and global systems in a way the average person never does. Imagine they can see patterns years ahead of time. Is it still a prediction then? Or just an extremely intelligent forecast? Some fans think the writers intentionally hide warnings inside jokes. Others think the predictions are simply coincidences. And then there are people who believe the writers have access to information the public doesn't. But here is the part that no one can deny. The 2026 prediction suddenly aligns with real global changes happening today. And the timing is too perfect to ignore. Before 2026 arrives, pay attention whether you believe in predictions or not. One thing is clear, something big is coming. The world is changing faster today than ever before. Technology is evolving at high speed. Systems are shifting. Governments are preparing for transitions. Companies are restructuring. People are sensing something different. And then, in the middle of all this, a forgotten moment from The Simpsons suddenly reappears, pointing directly at the year 2026, with a message that feels almost like a warning. The Great Switch. Was it a joke? A coincidence? Or something deeper? That's for you to decide. But remember this, sometimes the most unbelievable predictions don't come from scientists, analysts, or strategists. Sometimes they come from a yellow cartoon family living in a town called Springfield. This is shocking news, and if you want more deep dives into the mystery hiding right in front of us, hit that follow and stay alert. Because the next prediction might already be out there, and this time, you don't want to miss it.